somber day today. With the R, she's got to go home. I've had this bike 6 months now. Can you believe I've had this bike for 6 months? It's incredible to think. Where's this year gone? This year, the summer this year just doesn't seem to have actually got started, does it? And I picked this bike up, I think it was March time. I collected this, you know, the weather hasn't improved since really. But yeah, BMW have now said they want it back. So it's time for me to decide if I'm going to buy this bike or whether it's going to go back to BMW. They've given me a price for it, a reasonable price, you know, a little bit of a chops discount, but this is a £20,800 motorcycle. Even with a little bit of a chops discount, it's still a 6-month-old 2021 bike, you know, with just over 3,000 miles on it. It's still a lot of money. So join me as I take this for perhaps one last spin through the countryside and let you know my thoughts, and also of course let you know how I've got on with this bike during the past 6 months. I've done quite a few mods to this, I've improved it, I've put my own touches into this machine, and I've loved it. I love this thing. So join me, we'll go through all the details, all of the pros and cons with this fantastic Bavarian beauty. Chopsy, roll the intro. So I've got a big decision to make basically. Do I sell my H2, which I love, you know, that was my dream bike, my pin-up girl. Do I sell that to buy the R, or do I give the R back and keep the H2? The pros and cons of the H2 is a fantastic, incredible machine. It's not as practical as this, it's not as usable as this, it's more uncomfortable than this. You know, it's not a bike I do a lot of miles on. Whereas this, it may not be as special, it may not be such an experience to ride it, but it's just so very, very nice. It does everything so well. It's comfortable. I've done 600 miles in the saddle in a day on this bike without being in too much discomfort at all. I've got the panniers for it now from Auto-Moto. You know, everything about it screams practicality. You go to a track day and you'll then got the best bike on track as well. It does so much, so well, this machine. I mean, for a litre bike, it's incredible. A litre bike, you know, you would have thought litre bikes are just mental things, uncomfortable, you know, track day warriors only. BMW reinvented the wheel when they made the R. It's such a usable all-rounder. As I've said before, it's almost a sports tourer. What is brilliant about it, because it's got the shift cam, the power is so usable on this machine. It's not all peaky like the Fireblade and a lot of the other litre bikes. They're all so peaky, they're all just not usable below 8,000 revs. This, with the shift cam, you've got real usable power and you don't feel like you have to just thrash it to make progress. And I have to say, the GSX-R 1000 is also the same. That's got similar levels of bottom end punch because that also has variable valve timing. It makes a massive difference. Why the other manufacturers haven't caught on with this variable valve timing on litre bikes, I don't know. There's your usable power, all below 6,000 revs. Another reason I love this bike, I mean, I did discuss this bike recently on my 3 months ownership, so there's going to be some stuff repeated from what I said in that 3-month ownership video. But another reason this bike is amazing is because of the suspension. The electronic suspension on this is incredible. It adjusts through so much range between comfort and sporty. You got it in road mode, it's just divine. You know, it's perfect balance of a bit of sportiness but also supple. You know, it's as good. This Marzocchi BMW spec suspension is as good as the latest Öhlins EC2 suspension. I think maybe even a little bit better. It's at least as good. So even though this bike doesn't have the blingy parts on, you know, Marzocchi forks, Hayes calipers, you know, no Brembos, no Öhlins, that standard kit is as good as those brand names, you know, it really is. Oh, I've lost my camera now. Pissy ball bags. Camera's shot off the side. Getting too excited, now that's dead.